Getting into our next game here, spawning in the top left, 4 guns and roaches. He could win the series. It is our Terran player in teal. It's drunkDRIVER.
And playing as, once again, it looks like we have another Lucky 13 fan, as we have the Yellow Zerg playing for Team StraTk Gaming. We do have Quakecomm. And everyone seems to love our colors. I can't blame them. Yellow is pretty awesome.
That was awful.
Hey!
Well, the overlay I'm using, all the CTL spam stuff is kind of yellow. So
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Alright, so this is a Platinum TVZ. So we've seen a TVZ at the Diamond level, so let's see how it pans out at the Platinum level.
Well, we don't see 2 drones running across the map right now, so it's already starting a little bit more common speed.
Yeah.
And I don't know, basing off, just taking a guess, basing off the rallying of drunkDRIVER's first SCV, he's probably going to go up CC first. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, really? Oh, this could be... We shall see how this goes. Yeah, because he's not going to rally it, and his SV building the depot is going back to mine, so...
Oh,
nope, he's going to pull it back.
Yeah, I saw that. Of course. I like going CC first. Not so much in TVZ. Tends to frighten me. And now...
I do it all the time in TVZ. It's like my only build. And then when I verse people who actually study my play, I bust out something like a 1-base blue flame. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing stuff like that.
Well, especially now with the Hellbat change, or well, I guess revert. So you don't need the upgrade; you just need an armory. I think that could be a lot of fun. Throwing out a ton of Hellbats really early, just getting an armory. That could be scary.
I actually really like it because it means I can start doing mass Hellion openings and still transition into a really suitable mid-game composition. Whereas before, like with mech in the mid-game, you really need so much gas for infrastructure, upgrades, units. Just you can't afford unnecessary upgrades. Whereas with removing that, you can now open mass Hellion styles and just queue them up, send them to a natural base, transfer them into Hellbats, and then go to town on the mineral line. Or in the pro system, we see them open with the early Reapers, add-ons for Hellions. They keep those Hellions alive, and then their 10-minute timing with the follow-up push will have Hellbats instead of Hellions. And in a straight-up fight, Hellbats are just so much more robust and just deal so much more burst damage.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to do. I tend to open a lot with a lot of Hellions, so it's really nice for me. It plays to my playstyle. I like using a lot of Hellions early and getting blue flame really quickly. So, being my problem with that is going back in that mid game and having nothing that can deal with some beefier units. So being able to transition into Hellbat's a lot quicker is a lot nicer, and without any gas input into that really.
Alright, so stock take. What have we got? We got Rax fast expand into the CC. We do have the Reaper out for drunkDRIVER, so he's going to get some hash done with that, and no gas taken for our Zerg player just yet.
So
nice save.
Queens, which would be nice. I mean, relying on Queens early on is very nice to do, especially if you think you're good enough to deal with these Reapers and any sort of follow-up Hellions with just Queens, and you're just fine. And there's no factory just yet for drunkDRIVER. Just kind of surprise you.
Ooh, that drone nearly got turned into a Spore Core, but just got sniped in time.
What has he been using his gas on? Did he pull out of gas? I'm really confused.
He pulled
1 out of gas. Now he's back in.
So we're looking to get that factory tech underway, I'd say.
Let's go for engineering bay and an extra barracks. So we went up to a 3rd Reaper even. This is kind of an more interesting way. I mean, there's no gas, so speed isn't a threat. So he can still use his Reapers for a while. He's not going to have to worry about having to just speedlings out really quickly and running away from that. So he can keep this map control with just these Reapers and really be annoying. I mean, 3 Reapers deal with Queens pretty okay. Eventually, 2 Queens are going to do that really easily, but still, it's nice to have.
With 3 Reapers, you can kill Queens with good micros, so long as you don't lose a Reaper.
Oh yeah, but there's a factory on the way finally. But now we just have these 2 naked barracks so far and an engineering bay.
And no upgrades from the engineering bay as of yet.
Yeah, there's not really much gas, so I don't know. He's only got the 1 gas still, and he's trying to get a kind of a good amount of tech out now. He's going to be going to the stem, I imagine, pretty soon.
We do have the reactor on the barracks, which will probably be for the factory, and should be a tech lab coming down onto one of the racks. But drunkDRIVER's forgotten to turn his natural CC into an orbital command. He's lost a fair bit of energy from just forgetting to do that, and that's not too great.
Yeah, it's always kind of the issue you run into when you put both of your CCs on the same thing and just slamming down that S key, trying to make workers. And you want to make workers. Workers are good units, but orbital better unit. And there he goes. He does finally figure that out and turn that into an orbital commands. I guess dealing with this harassment over on the other side of the map is a little bit intensive. He lost one of his Reapers, did save another one that was at very, very low health. He did pick up a couple more drone kills. He's up to 3 drone kills, which is nice. But still.
Now we do have the Hellions starting to come out for drunkDRIVER and Hellion Marauder. Oh, this is a... drunkDRIVER's doing something crazy here. This is definitely not standard. However, we'll see if it works.
Yeah, I mean,
Question is, what is going to build with the starport?
Well, medevacs are always good units. He does have stim on the way. So he's going to want to be able to heal his units, but again, just such a low amount of gas able to be produced. And this engineering bay, this lone engineering bay that was built very, very early, hasn't done anything. So that's just I mean, that's wasted tech he has at the moment. He wanted to go for +1 with those Marauders and the Hellions. It would be a very nice little dangerous push before there's a bunch of banelings out. At the same time, there's already 1-1 on the way for your Quakecomm here, and I guess it was a bit of a pause when they actually played this game. 1-1 on the way. Roach Warren has finished as well, and the third base has finished up. Ton of creep tumors gonna be trying to put down here by the queens. That's funny.
So, let's see. Where have we got? Hellions, Marines, Marauders, and back at base we do have the lair finished up for Quakecomm. Double Evo chamber on the way, and Roach is out. No Spire going down as of yet, though.
And no Bailing Nest either, which is kind of frightening, honestly. If you don't have a Bailing Nest to deal with, well, any bio that pushes across early on, you can run into some trouble. Especially if you just have just Lings going against bio with Stim, and also these medevac that's going to be here. It's a bit difficult to deal with, especially if you don't have any bandits. And you run into that problem a lot as a Zerg player. Okay, I've got enough, tech to defend things, but I can't defend an actual push that has stim and medevacs.
Here we go. drunkDRIVER. No, he's just getting into position, poking around with the Hellions and just having a look around. Now he does have the +1 attack upgrade nearly finished up, so I think he might. Oh, there we go. He's pushing out now.
I got a lot of these overlords are out in the middle of the map. This isn't ZVZ, this isn't ZVP. It's a little bit scary to have those out there like that. A lot of them can die pretty easily, and this is a really, really big force here, and there's not much on the way. There are 12 more roaches on the way, but that's going to be stim bio with medevac support against just roaches, which we saw earlier, but the roaches earlier had upgrades. They had a lot of upgrades. There are no upgrades. There's just a bunch of roaches with a bunch of bio, and this is not looking very, very good here for Quakecomm.
Yeah, just too much army here for drunkDRIVER. Very weird composition, but it's just he has enough of everything. And if you have enough of everything, you can just overwhelm your opponent.
Quakecomm even pulling the drones off, but they're gonna get some done. He may be able to clean this up, but with a little bit of kiting, this is not gonna go well here for Quakecomm. And even gonna be off creep here in a moment. Even just kind of losing more and more of his advantage. Trying to produce.
Oh, a lot of drones on the way.
Still sticking. Oh, sorry, I was looking at unit not production. It's like 50 drones on the way. How'd that happen? No. He's still sitting these roaches. He's got, I mean, that's his best choice. He doesn't have the Bailing Nest. I'm not sure if he should have just gone for a Bailing Nest and waited for that rather than trying to continually make these roaches without any upgrades. He's even going for 2-2 for the melee. Another big push.
This fire army is low on health, though.
Low on health, low energy medevacs. He wants to get out of here. Yeah, he's going to pick up. It's a guy that did enough damage. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here.
Oh, needs to pick up the boys. Don't leave the boys behind.
And these roaches may just chase all the way back, and now Quakecomm. He's going to put the onus on drunkDRIVER to defend here.
All drunkDRIVER needs to do is fill up that bunker. There we go. But the wall was down, so the roaches are just going to run straight past it. But it looks like the reinforcements for drunkDRIVER are going to be strong enough.
Absolutely no upgrades on these roaches except for the carapace. There is +1 carapace. +1 armor is just about to finish up here for the Terran player as well. So he's going to go 1-1 with stim and these medevacs. And again, just no Bailing Nest. And how do you need splash damage against a Terran player? Every race needs splash damage against Terran players. That's how it works. And Quakecomm right now doesn't have any. He's going into an infestation pit. It's kind of like, I don't know if he was expecting to play mech. He's playing like he's playing mech, except for he only has melee upgrades.
Indeed. But on your point about splash damage, the Terran army, especially Fire, has some of the highest DPS per surface area of army. So therefore, the only way to counter that is with splash damage. And with no splash damage, this Fire army is going to be so cost effective.
Once again, Joker's going to be pushed back, but it's just kind of just a war of attrition here. A lot
Yeah.
more probably lost, yeah. 1,000 more
First CC done
resources.
for drunkDRIVER, and it's 57 SCVs versus 47 drones. That's the opposite of what you want to see in a ZVT from a Zerg's perspective.
Roach is going to be moving across, trying to do once again another counterattack. There's actually a Widow Mine here now. It's going to burrow. Roach is going to try to fight that for some reason. 2 Widow Mines starts to go off to kill a few of those Roaches, get a lot of damage onto them, no less.
Oh, this one was going to try and cut them off. Is going to burrow and...
Oh, do it. Oh,
that would have been hilarious.
I don't think he realized it was there.
Yeah. It would be funny to see her to like run around, cut the roaches off on the way back, and pop another shot as they run away. Would have been quite hilarious.
Would have been impressive. Actually, wow. Quakecomm going into Hive. Going into Hive with 52 workers on 3 bases. Oh, he's going to get the Ultras, I guess. Which is cool.
This is a wonky game. It's drunkDRIVER needs to add add-ons to his starport and a couple of his Raxes, get the extra gases, add his natural. He's still only on 2 gases, and he definitely needs more than that.
Yeah. Quakecomm doesn't have speed for his lings.
Who needs speed when you're going roaches?
Right? And he's got a Hydrogen on the way as well, but still he's got 2/2 for melee. I mean the Carapace upgrades, yeah, they go for both, but I'd like to have +2/+2, not just +0/+2. I'm not sure, did John ever see this? He must have seen this earlier.
There we go.
Make sure this hatchery gets cancelled here.
Yeah.
No 4th base for you, Quakecomm, so sorry. If it does get cancelled, at least the drone does die as well.
But the 3rd base for drunkDRIVER is being established, and he just needs to transfer some workers across. He's got his main base is well oversaturated.
Yeah, a little bit. And both bases actually. And again, still only on these 2 gases.
Oh my god, 20 Hydras on the production tab. That's a lot of Hydras.
That can be scary. There's not
However,
a ton of bio. There really isn't a lot of army here for drunkDRIVER because of.
But the Hydras don't have the rage upgrade, the range upgrade. Without the attack upgrade for the Hydras, this is not going to have that DPS.
We're trying to do some drop in here, but that gets pushed away pretty easily, especially with the Hydras joining as well now. These drops are not going to be able to do too much. Quakecomm trying to establish yet another 4th base here, down in the bottom left, kind of abandoning his original idea at least for the time being.
Oh, there we go. drunkDRIVER's finally taking the 2 extra gases in his natural, and it's starting to shift some SCVs around. I can probably shift about half the, well, more than half the SCVs in his main to his 3rd and just get a full saturation there as well. But oh, here we go, moving out. Yeah.
This is still a very.
Oh, he's seen the drones moving across.
Well, it's only 2 at least, so that's nice. And he's gonna want to go for this army instead. There's not a ton of. Well, there's what these 4 Widow Mines here. It's not a ton of splash damage. Once again, kind of the issue from earlier where you want to have splash damage when you're facing against this Roach Hydra composition, but he doesn't have too much. Now Quakecomm's kind of putting himself in a nice position to deal with his army. Actually splitting off some of his Hydras to deal with taking that damage. Not really wanting to do, but now this engage is going to happen. That's a lot of stim bile. They have +2/+1. This is going to just a straight up weird kind of fight. Medevacs stim over good units here. Quakecomm.
The Hydras are doing a lot of damage, but without the upgrades, they just don't have the DPS required to out-damage the healing capacity of these medevacs.
Yeah. They did end up a lot more even than expected. There are 48 lings on the way. That's basically why. There's 48 more lings on the way. That's a good amount of Quakecomm supply right now. There's still another large bio chunk moving across the map here. And without speed, speed just now on the way. Without speed, these lings are going to melt before they get to anything. Even with the Hellbats at the end, drunkDRIVER is just eventually going to chew through this entire army.
Indeed. I do like the addition of the Hellbats in his composition. I really do like that.
But yeah, do what he can just to kind of finish this game off. We got 63 army supply to 36 in favor of drunkDRIVER here. Now he's on top of the 3rd base. No 4th base established for Quakecomm. He's finally getting a Baliness. He's finally getting speed for his Ling, but this is all very, very much too late. Now drones are going to be under fire here.
Indeed.
Maybe it's you. I think it's me.
This was a weird TVZ. It was definitely not anything I would describe as standard.
Yeah. It looked like, if you just look at the upgrades, it looks like it was standard, but the units that Quakecomm decided to use were just so... he had something in mind he wanted to do, and it just did not work out for him.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, this bar, I mean, oh, banelings are being morphed in. There's a lot of banelings being
It's a lot
morphed
of
in, but
Banelings.
there's a lot of marauders in this composition.
It's a whole lot of Marauders. They do have +2/+1. There isn't a +2 armor though, so that's a nice little advantage here for Quakecomm. He does have +2 on all of these Banelings. This could be interesting.
Everything's coming into this engagement. Drones, the banelings, the roaches, absolutely everything.
We're losing a lot, but it really does not matter. If anything, we have speed. Splitting with the basis of split capabilities here. One little mine shot goes off. I'm not really sure what they even hit.
And probably just got a couple of lings or a drone.
Yeah, he's even look at these overlords. Oh, these overlords coming through. It's awesome. Drawing the fire.
Makes it hard to see what's actually happening on the ground.
Right?
No idea.
Nope, that wouldn't work. What's this?
Yeah. Basically, Quakecomm, this is the famous drone overlord all-in, as you can see. Very, very powerful, pushing drunkDRIVER all the way back to his base.
You gotta give him credit. He pushed him back all the way. That's pretty impressive. But he's now on 37 supply. He's lost most of his workers here.
It is. The reinforcements will be able to clean this up for drunkDRIVER.
Yeah, eventually so. And now we have a bunch of overlords. 20 supply here for our Zerg player. Oh, this should be interesting, I guess.
Famous quote.
Medevac Impa. And GG is called. So, well, that would be the final game that actually matters. That is a 5-2.
Yeah.